Welcome everybody to Project Barley. If you didn't notice, we are a much bigger band than Tatiana. But she's way prettier. And has a cool accent. And also, we should never follow somebody that sings that good. For obvious reasons. Kara, you know what I'm talking about. We're Barley. We rarely get together and do like kind of a toned down version of this, which is pretty cool in the big picture. Jason and I started playing together in 2008. And I was like, I didn't know you played guitar. He's like, I didn't know you sang. And next thing you know, we're playing in backyards and just messing around. And that was 2009. That's 30 years ago, I think. I'm not a math guy, but 16, whatever. Thanks, Kara. We're going to tell some stories up here. Everybody's going to get their turn. But it's my turn, so I'm gonna keep talking. If anybody's too loud, just yell at them. That's what I do. It doesn't work, but I yell at them anyway. It's usually Jay. Or Russ. Or Jason. Or Nate. Or Chris. Or Rusty.
But not Saxy.
Never Saxy. Saxy's never loud enough. Except for tonight, he's just right. Don't turn him up. So Jason and I met at a golf tournament with his brother. I played volleyball with his brother. And they all think you know this story, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't.
I don't know this story.
Nate doesn't even know the story. So he asked me to brew a beer for him, and I'm like, all right, cool. And it was this amazing beer that I brewed. And then for his birthday, the beer that I brewed was so bad. And I'm trying to force it down people's throats, and they didn't like it. And I took most of it home. But I always had a mantra. I drink what I make, and I choked it down. And somebody at the time said, that's barely drinkable. And somebody else said, that's barely legal. And so our first band was Barley Legal, which kind of fits. But we've gotten better at beer. If you're drinking beer right now, you know that we did. We've got a bunch of albums up here, and we're going to do a complete shit show mashup of all different songs from all different albums. And there's a lot of songs we're playing tonight that we don't play very often, so enjoy and drink up, don't be shy. And here we go. Let your light shine on us, shine on us today. Let your light shine on us, shine on us today.
so cold. Though it's the 4th of July, I think it'd be best if I rode out west and gave California a try. Too hard, I looked too deep, but there was nothing beyond what was known. So I take you downtown, buy you one more round, probably sleep alone. So goodbye, so long. Fare thee well. Leave with no thoughts of regret, except for that I'll never see you smile like you did on the night we met. So I ask of you, darling, one more night. I'll hold you close to the warm sunlight. I'm going away for a long, long time, and I leave with you on my mind. The dance hall is empty and the dancers are gone. Still smell all the whiskey and beer. The sign on the wall says close to the farm, and there'll be no more dancing round here. No, there'll be no more dancing round here. There'll be no more dancing round here.
All right. Usually when we're playing, there's drums bashing and all this stuff, and it's kind of cool to hear like vocals and whatnot.
Yes, it is.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Speak for yourself.
Fair enough.
All right.
Well played.
Looks like I drew the short straw. I got to talk first out of the band members that don't normally get to talk. So, I was thinking about what to say and talking about Barley and Project Barley, and I think a lot of it's built on optimism, right? So optimism to just keep going and keep trying to create something that nobody quite knows where we're going, quite knows that it exists, quite knows that it's possible for us to do it. So, I mean, when I first met Chris, we were in a band together and we played all original music and we kept fighting and going forward and having fun. We played to like 3 people. And then after that, I was doing open mics, playing a lot of the songs that would become All Your Stories and Burning Daylight. And I met Jay. And Jay was doing a lot of the songs that would become Waking Up Again. And we just kept going out, like not really knowing where that was going. We just kept going and going and going. It was fun. And then like Brent said, we got together, we met each other, and then all of a sudden we were vibing, and that was a thing. And then we met the rest of the guys eventually, and now you see what you see, and Brent kept going and created this brewery, now you see what you see here. So it's really cool. And once I got all these guys together, we started going, and I said, hey, I have this album, we're going to play it. And we got together, and Jay and Brent and I in his living room, and within the first 10 minutes, we were playing California. And that's kind of been the cornerstone of our band this whole time. So, feel really blessed to have that song come to us, and here it is. This is California.
Don't let Jason fool you. He was the slave driver. He made all this stuff happen. Nobody knows that, but he's the guy.
Tell me all your stories, where you come from, let me know your name. If it's all the same to you, it would make my day. If seeing is believing, then I'm feeling everything that I always knew. To be alive and true, as I'll explain. That I've been taken for a long, long time. My heart was yours before you were mine. Now you're all I'm living for rainbows of shooting stars over the deck of our local bar, the sweet embrace.
Alright, if you know this one, sing it with us. Here we go.
California.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carol.
I heard it fall because he started. Also, I'm Tatiana. Also. No, I
This is a really fast one that we've altered to make it kind of cool. If we remember it. Do we got it? Very good chance we won't.
You're starting things out.
Goodness, that's some dirty whiskey, people. Look at these matching shoes that Brett and Jay got. Jason, I mean. Look at, I got two. I should have worn these shoes. I got, no. That's how connected they are. They got the same shoes on. Well, so you know what? This is my turn to talk. And the thing that I always think about that's crazy is that they gave me a microphone. No, the thing that's crazy is that we, this here yonder band, once played such small and desperate places as Kegs down the street. Y'all remember that?
My first gig?
Oh yeah, what? Your first gig was at Kegs, baby. That's right.
We did some On the Rocks. You all remember On the Rocks? Yeah, Sunday Fun Days. You know, it's crazy to think that we started off in such, humble beginnings. This guy right here, he tried to get me to join for like 6 months, and I ignored every text that he sent because I thought it was creepy. But, I didn't know. And that certainly was right, yes. Yes. Yeah, but then I said yes one day, but it's crazy that now here we are in this very same place where Brent once threw up over the side, or was it in a plant?
It was in the planter.
It was in a planter right out here. Tastefully. Yeah, I didn't taste it. But those humble beginnings, now here we are in our own place, with our own people, brewing our own beers, with our own fans that we've known for years, so many familiar faces, so many wonderful people here to support, and I can't believe how far we've come, and it's thanks to this guy's crazy dedication, and this guy's crazy innovation, dedication, innovation, and all these great ass players we got up here.
And intoxication.
And intoxication! Yes. All right. This next song, I remember this next song we're going to play blew up in our tour in New Hampshire, just like we got blown up. And it's a beautiful song. We never get to play it, so I'm thrilled that we get to share this with you tonight. Summer by the Lake.
Drove by the middle yesterday into the blossoms as if the clock had never changed. And we were walking out in the tall grass, you had flowers in your hair, wrapped up together on a bed full of affair. And forever was at a time, content and unaware, we gave our innocence away. The summer by the lake, that summer by the lake. Found the tree where we once carved our names, here forever against the sandy yellow plains. We were tethered up to the dock for our first kiss that touched the air. Out on the boat under the comfort of the fair, for once in our lives, unafraid to care, we gave our innocence away. We were lovers, we were fools, we were dancers in the rain. Hand in hand we walked together, different but the same. When we fell with courage to the end of our decay. Ain't it funny how our life forever changed? That summer by the lake, that summer by the lake. Morning hours of the rising sun, I can feel you breathe inside my lungs. In the fields of summers that have come undone, we will live our lives forever young. We will live our lives forever young. We will live our lives forever young. Oh, innocence awakened. summer by the lake. In the midnight hours of the rising sun, we will feel our hand inside our lungs. In the fields of summer that have come undone, we will live our lives forever young.
I got it.
Thank you. We never play that one, and it's like every time we play, we're like, "Ah, that was awesome. We should do that more." All right, Nate's gonna tune his instrument real quick. By the way, this guy has toured professionally with Bobby Womack and all sorts of incredible artists, and he just learned the fiddle.
Let's go, Nate.
He's a couple gigs in, and his daughter may or may not be better than he is, but I'm not there when he's practicing, so I don't know. But Nate's gonna play a little fiddle on this one, which is pretty awesome. He plays pedal steel, he plays everything, like pretty unreal character in the band. I do have a quick Nate story one time, if it's okay. That's not a bad one, it's a really good one. Yeah, I'm going off script, which is what we do. The first time Nate came and played, Nate and Jay knew each other for a long time. And he came to one of our gigs and was like, "Yeah, I'll sit in with you guys." And he came to a rehearsal, and we're like, "Yeah, we play whatever it was, Don't Stop Believing, but we play it in this key." And he's like, "Oh, Don't Stop Believing. Oh, in this key, Don't Stop Believing." And we're like, "You don't need a capo or anything?" He's like, "No, let's play it in this one." And we're like, "Oh shit, this guy's good." So. Needless to say, he's produced many of our albums and is a true addition to the band and just an incredible friend. So.
Here we go.
You can join Peter's strings.
I'm ready. Let's go, buddy.
Trying my best. Oh.
Waiting for our life to begin. It's been many a long and lonely night. Don't break my heart full tight. I couldn't let you go. I wanted you to know you were the only face in the light. Yes, you were the only face in the light. Oh, so bring me for the roses. Bring me soft red wine, bring it all together this time. Well, we got a second chance. Please take my hand and dance. I'll sing you my love into the night. Yes, I'll sing you my love into the night. Feel the wind now blowing at my back, dream now rolling down the track. So easy to smile, yeah, to walk a country mile, to hold you and never look back. Yes, to hold you and never look back. So bring me feather roses, bring me soft red wine, bring it all together this time. Yeah, we got a second chance. Just take my hand and dance. I'll sing you my love into the night. Yes, I'll sing you my love into the night.
Another quick Date LaPointe story. If you listen to our album, that song is completely different than the song we just played. But
We were in rehearsals and he'd go, slower.
slower.
And we played, he'd go, slower. We played again, he'd go, fucking slower. And if you listen to it, it's just like, God.
Epically slow.
It's so
Epically.
slow.
It's like Pink Floyd recording a bluegrass song or something.
Nate's turn.
All right, Nate. What do we got?
That's it for the fifth. If you're not watching this live, you're missing out. For real.
Well, thanks for listening to me play the fiddle. I practice an hour a day.
Good job, buddy. Hey, we can tell, thank you. Yeah, we can tell.
You were great,
ice
baby.
cream tomorrow.
That's some sick times right there.
You get it there.
I'm looking for the right pick.
The right plectrum?
Right plectrum.
Off the fiddle.
So Jason told you about the first album and how that was born. And Jason, so Jason has been, as you heard earlier, he's kind of always been the catalyst for everything that drives this band. He's been the primary songwriter and the guy who encouraged everybody to practice and to rehearse and all that stuff. And eventually we came to trust him. It wasn't overnight or easy, but eventually he did earn our trust. Trust the ball guy in the band, right? And we started working on this second record with a bunch of tunes that he had written and a bunch of tunes that Jay had written. And we're in the studio and he calls me one day and he says, Nate, I want to come over and work on this album with you. I was like, what are you talking about? We have a session tomorrow at the studio. He says, no, I have another album. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? We're recording an album right now.
You live in the moment.
And he said, no, I got a whole nother record. We've already recorded the drums and the bass, and I got scratch guitar, and we're ready to move on for electric guitar and continue this production. I'm coming to your house next week. I said, all right.
That's the right answer.
Because I generally say yes to these ideas, you know.
Good idea.
So he came over and, like I said, I'm a yes man.
That's right.
I was like, motherfucker, where you record these drums? He said, in my living room. He said, really? You sound really good. I said, who that bass player? He said, Jay. I said, you sound really good. And we recorded a bunch of guitar tracks over the next couple of weeks, and the album started to come together, and it started to be this sort of concept album, like we mentioned earlier. We threw out the word Pink Floyd, but like this album that was going to be like song into song, and then we're gonna reprise the first song in the end, and all this crazy shit was going to happen. And we worked on it. We finished the Waking Up Again album. We kept working on this next album. And I think we did it at what, 6 or 7 different home studios, something like that. And right about that time is when Russ Gilbert joined the band on keyboards. And so
This was a year later.
it was a year, okay. And that was the first time I got to actually work with Russ outside of on the gig. Oh shit, how does this song go? It was, it was in the studio and it was controlled, and we got to work out parts and really listen, and it was really an
By
enjoyable
studio,
experience.
you mean your spare room.
That was my bedroom.
Actual studio.
And we eventually I finally mixed the record and we sent it out to be mastered. It became Burning Daylight.
Point to
Is
the
that one up in
There you go.
the corner there? So
We're gonna
You
stop
got
it
it.
there.
we're the band that records 2 albums at once.
Yeah.
Bet you got another album that's great.
This next tune is from the Burning Daylight album, originally recorded in our living rooms.
Yep. And also the first song Jason ever wrote.
for now. It's the greatest kind of love that fills me up somehow. 'Cause innocence can be so cruel. To forgive is a learned but a thing too. Like a riddling for the adolescent blues. It disappeared when I met you. No worlds apart from now. It's the greatest kind of love that fills me up somehow. 'Cause every time I'm lost and things that I've been through, I go beside myself. Every time I think of you, and I do, the love of my youth.
I don't think we've ever played that one, by the way.
It's the record release.
Oh, that's right.
All right, I think we're going to take a super quick break.
Just so everybody can get
Get a
drinks.
drink,
Get a drink.
take a piss.
Go out, take a piss.
I'll be right back.
Oh, we're staying up here, by the way. We're just gonna talk shit at you guys when I get drinks.
Maybe someone also gets me drinks.
Your drink's empty. Your drink's empty. Just kidding.
Gransinger's in a great mood. I like the energy that John Gransinger's bringing. Yes.
But I swear, this guy is freaking unbelievable. Like, every time we give him a mic, he sings a harmony that we've never heard before, and just ridiculous on the bass. So, thank you, Rusty, for playing with us. Oh, he's now touring with Bow Wow Wow? Well, I see the haircut. I just thought, I mean, I've seen Rusty with mini haircuts, so I would never even think anything came of that, but alright.
Russ recorded all my albums.
Yeah. I mean, Rusty literally plays on everybody's albums, everybody's shows. Like, he's so good. He can do anything. He feels the vibe. He's just amazing. And also, he's probably the best singer in the band. That's why we don't let him sing. If Tatiana was in the band, we wouldn't let her sing either. So I'm supposed to talk a little bit about how all this shit went down. We've got a couple locations of Project Barleys, and I mentioned at the very beginning that I made some really shitty beer, and Jason was like, "Oh, make that for my birthday," and it was even worse. And but I just kept pushing, like, God, just making this beer. Like, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I don't really know what's going on, but I did some research, and it got better and better and better. And as we were playing these places around town, I'm like, we should just bring like 2 cases of beer and just sell that. And then I found out about liquor licenses and all that stuff. It doesn't quite work like that. But Reeves was a good friend before. Like, he probably started brewing after me, and then very quickly passed me in any sort of mental capacity with brewing. And right away I was like, we should do something together. And he was like, yeah, okay, cool. And that was probably 7 years before Project Barley started. But we got on the same page finally. It was right before the birth of my 5-year-old Parker, which threw a wrench in the game, but it was she's an angel.
Try Parker's Milk Stout.
Yeah, try Parker's Milk Stout. But anyway, Reeves and I embarked on this adventure, and you can thank him for the beer. It's so good.
All the way in the back.
Yeah, he's back there. I see him back there, shielded by all the other people. But yeah, Reeves is a tremendous music lover. Comes to Nate's stuff in Costa Rica, where he's doing like Grateful Dead jam stuff, and just Grateful Dead Academy. If you haven't gone, is it over now? No, it's not happening anymore. Anyway, Nate's great. Reeves is great. The beer has won many awards, and we have Reeves to thank for that. But also a huge supporter of music. A couple weeks ago, we had C-Funk Brass Band that he brought into the mix, and they were out there on the boardwalk just raging, and people were just like smashing each other, and it was just super cool. But it was smashing in a good way. It was super fun. So give it up for Reeves. Thank you, brother. He's the joke. All right, we're gonna play some more music. So here we go.
One of Reeves' favorites. Is it?
This is different.
Swear
I'm gonna go off script here and just note that Jay has always hated the blonde hair thing and the clap thing. And it's so awesome. It's like the Jimmy Buffett song where everybody goes, salt, or salt, whatever. Shaker and salt. Salt, where's the motherfucking salt? Jimmy Buffett, whatever I said.
What did you say?
I don't know. But he's come around, and it's nice to see people just do it. Yeah, and also he has a shirt online that says blonde hair with his picture on it.
Online. These people have a shirt online.
Much to his dismay, we have a shirt online with his mug on it that says blonde hair. The funny part is he's married to my sister and she just doesn't have blonde hair. It's just sandy blonde. Sandy blonde. Very sandy blonde. Very sandy. Almost brunette. Almost brunette.
We need to talk to him about this.
Also, I just got contacts, so maybe that's it. Alright, we're gonna play the video for this song up on the TVs. I think Jess, you were in this video, right? Tori, you're in the video. Anybody else? Oh, Bill Palmentary filmed all the drone footage. Look at that.
Go, Bill!
That was Bill. He's right there. Buy him a drink. He loves dark beer.
You look so young.
Southern California, sand across the floor of my old van, tripping south to San Diego. With a couple of friends on the open road, a case of beer and a burning stove, singing songs about tomorrow. And along the ways we ride on the Pacific Coast Highway line, we find ourselves again. No need to the fire, let the rhythm burn my desire for a higher love, to surrender all I am. like most of you, we were watching the video also because we haven't seen it in so long.
So cool.
And also, I saw Larissa in there too. I forgot about that. Sorry, Larissa.
Yes.
If you blink, you can see most of the band.
That's true.
And Laurie was
See,
in
he
there.
left out that we had to get up at like 5 in the
And Lauren
morning.
Phillips is in there too.
Yes, Lauren.
Oh my God.
We miss you,
Let's give it
Lauren.
up for Lauren.
Hula hoops in the sky.
Kevin Sousa yesterday.
Oh, Kevin Sousa.
Shout out to Kevin Sousa.
Yes.
Right behind us.
Oh, yeah, here he is, right there on the stage. Yeah, stage row.
Found each other on a Tennessee night in January. Muddy water, the boats and steam. There's kids in the grass under the fallen leaves. There's kids in the grass under the fallen leaves. Country song on the radio, playing along wherever we would go. We chased our friends down through Abilene into the country, over the sea. We found a chapel with the bells still ring. In the summer rain, you gave your love to me. In the summer rain, you gave your love to me. Country songs on the radio, playing along wherever we would go. All our lives we run away from home, no matter where we lay with each other, where we belong in our country song, in our country song. Moved our family down to Kingston Springs, raised a couple of kids on an old porch swing. We drank the moonshine, all the stars we've seen. There's kids in the grass under the fallen leaves. And if I did it again, I wouldn't change a thing. Our country song on the radio, played along wherever we would go. All our lives we run away from home,
song?
Oh yeah.
Chris Shea. What you got to say, Chris Shea? Never mind. What you got to say, Russ?
All right, so couple things. I'm gonna go off script because that's just what we're doing here tonight. But that Neverland video, we had to wake up at about 5 in the morning, and I was told bring every keyboard you want. We're gonna have this epic shot of the band playing in kind of a club scene, and we went to this warehouse solar place that Brent knew, and set up all those boards. Set up the board. Took me about an hour. We shot everything, took it apart. If you blink, you might. If you don't blink, rather, you might be able to see the like 1/10 of a second of all of that in the Neverland video.
Worth it.
Yep, totally worth it. Yep, but yep, it was still a fun morning. But anyway, so that song and the next song are off of the album that Nate was talking about, Burning Daylight. It's the 3rd album that Barley did. And when I joined the band, it was right before they released the Waking Up Again album. And for Waking Up Again, Jason sent me a couple of MP3s and some charts and said, see you in a week for your first gig. There's only like 25 songs to learn. No, we don't have the recordings yet. We're going to get those back soon. But you can have this rough stuff. So that first gig I did with them was a little stressful. And that's where Nate was like, so how does this song go? Yeah, that was me asking him what those chords were. But while that was happening, Jason said, but we have another album that's ready to go, and I can't wait to play it for you. 2 years later, he finally played it for me. And he had me over to his house. He's got a little office garage where he does all his music and everything. And so he just sat me down and he just played me the whole thing all the way through. And I sat and listened to it, and it was over. It was about 35, 40 minutes long. It was over, and I was just silent. And he's looking at me like, did you not like it? I said, no, I'm pissed. And he goes, why? I said, because we could have been playing those songs the last 2 years, and you've been sitting on it the whole time. And what was great about that was there just happened to be there was keyboards on the album from a couple of old keyboard players from the band, but there was not a single note of piano, which is sort of my main instrument. So I got to come in and lay in piano tracks, and there was like just perfect space for it. Like if you listen to it now, it sounds like they were always meant to go there. Yeah. That's right. So it was fun. We did, and this next song we're about to play happens to be my favorite Barley song.
All right.
It also happens to be the first song on our forthcoming live album that we shot 2 years ago. Kind of a pattern.
I think it's almost 3 now.
But will be coming out soon.
We hope.
It's a process.
Hey, you guys were consistent.
Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, it's a process.
We're all getting younger every day.
It's a waterfront
2
ultra.
years is not a long time. Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah, keep your email open because it's coming out any day in the next couple of years.
We're gonna have email by then.
Swing it, girl, swing it.
Look around at the love we found. Blue in the sky and the grass on the ground. With our bags packed full of sound on the yellow brick road out of this town. As we call to our mind, peace through our soul. Look around, it's time. It's out of our control. We find us a nature of the mind. Losing the dollar and the pants we hide. I hope one day will keep us alive, and all the while the world passes us by. As it crawls into our mind, creeps through our soul. Look around, it's fire. It's out of our control. Look around, let's go. so come on to the sand, we'll pick it up, build it with our hands. The boat we sail never leaves the dry land. We will build a home, the water will withstand us through. All that you need, look around and see. Your life is happening. Life is happening. It's a beautiful life. We are burning daylight. Look around the world, it looks so nice. It's a beautiful life. We are burning daylight. Burning daylight. If you listen to that album, we pulled that last little part in the beginning. It's stupid good. Not to be shy or cocky or anything, but it gives me goosebumps every time I hear it.
Actually, one more thing from that story. I recorded that in Nate's spare room, and Nate coached me a lot. It was the first time I'd ever recorded anything. And he sent me the bounces as I was driving back. I lived in Koreatown, and I literally texted him like, "Wait, was that me? Did you have someone else come in like after I left and record those parts?"
Yes, we did. Yes, we did, Russ.
Soul Russ Gilbert, baby.
It was Ben Pinch.
It was Mike Morano.
It was Matt Rowe.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
This one's called New Year's Day.
This goes way back.
We haven't done this in probably 12 years.
12 years.
So we'll see how it goes. I believe in you.
6 months too soon, too.
All of the
Jay Constable.
I love that.
Thanks, Tati.
He's singing along. Did you write that one?
Yeah, Jason wrote that one.
Jason wrote that one. That's all I have right here.
And he wrote this next one as well.
Wait, Jason has talent?
Hey, you writing songs? You writing songs?
This one is a reference to his wife, actually. Sort of. This is the first time we've ever given a mic to Chris Shea, so stand up, sir.
You're gonna regret that. Well, let's see, going back. Going back to
to Neverland. That was a song that we wrote in about 2016, I think early 2016. And our first time we really played it big was at the Kaboo Festival in San Diego, which was a big deal for us at the time. Yeah, we rented a huge bus, we got all our friends, and we went down and we played it. It went over great. We had a Barley camper in the artist lounge right next to Mark McGrath and from Sugar Ray. So that was cool. We got to meet him and hang out. And then fast forward 3 years, we are doing the Beach Life Festival. And we also played and killed it there. And who was playing there but Mark McGrath and Sugar Ray? And we like to joke that we weren't opening for them, they were closing for us. But that was a great gig, and it was kind of a full circle moment for us because we really cut our teeth there at On the Rocks. And we were playing on a stage just a few feet from it, you know, 6, 7, 8 years later, and it was kind of a cool moment that really showed the progression of the band and how we all were committed and really had a great time, and it was just a great experience. And I was real happy to be on this journey with all these guys. All these knuckleheads. Bunch of jerks. But wouldn't give up for the world. So. Enjoy, that's my story.
Chris Shea is also the one that brings all the ridiculous jokes to the band. You guys want to hear one?
Sit down.
Precious John.
You've got so many.
Always cracking jokes back there.
He sits back here and cracks jokes the entire gig. Sometimes.
They're never
And
appropriate.
only Brent and I can hear it.
The only crack he sees is your butt crack.
Okay. They're bummers now.
I just wanted to know that before we got married, if you have sex with over 1,000 men, is that considered like a problem, or was my wife overreacting?
Yes, more like that. Anytime you want. He's right back there.
We don't mic him for a reason.
Okay. Somebody say something.
Nice shot, Chris.
Oh, she had sex.
It's never too far. No, he did.
Oh, he did. Okay.
He had sex with the men.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I think, right?
1,000 men.
Yeah. Some of the jokes we don't get. So.
You guys just have to take it.
All right, I think we finally come to our last number.
And our last round. Look at it. Here it comes.
Thank you.
Last round.
Thank you.
All right.
The
Here
Project
comes
Barley
the
bartender.
Should we do?
Thank you.
Brent, should we do one Barley tradition that we normally do when we get here? Or the other?
Okay, let's go ahead and give it up for a social right here. If you have a drink, raise it up. If you have a drink and didn't like the music, put your hand down.
Put your hand down.
I don't see any hands down, so. Alright, traditionally in the band forever, all of us suck at social, so we just usually go, social! That's it, so we're gonna do that. Social, let's go!
Shot. Everybody!
No? Nobody? What is it, Tuesday? You guys are awesome.
What's wrong with us?
Thanks for coming out. We're gonna play one more tune.
This song's probably the oldest one we've done tonight. I wrote this when I was in college in the 90s. Good job, Jay. And it's, yes, I'm very old.
That was sexy to
The
see.
end of the 90s and the very beginning of the 2000s.
Fair question.
We thought the 60s was a long time ago. No, it's the 90s.
Now he's in his 90s.
Anyway, I joined this band by accident. I was just doing my little folk songs. And they had the gig over there on the Rocks, and I played, and they sort of hired me to do their set breaks with my little acoustic music. And one time afterwards, Carver comes up to me and goes, "Well, what do you think?" It was like maybe the second gig.
Wait, which Carver?
Jason. Comes up to me and says, "What do you think?" I said, "Well, you need a bass player." I was drunk. And he says, "Do you know any bass players?" And I said, "No, but I have a bass. It was hanging on my wall, much like that bass right over there." I said, "I'll do it." And I played it poorly, but we got 2 records out of it with me playing bass. And then finally, we realized that we'd gone as far as we could with me on bass. So we hired a real bass player. But anyway, what I'm getting at is this tune I wrote so long ago, and then I played it like we were doing that record, and like they needed songs from me because we wanted that record was all Jason. We wanted to do a mix of both of us because we both write. And I said, "Well, I've got this old song, and we can do this one," And it was like this little folk song, And we played it. It sounded great. It sounded cool. And it was then that I realized that I found sort of my musical home. These guys could do my tunes the way I want to do them, but cool. And loud, So anyway, this one's called, and here we are 15 years later, 16 years later. It's called Maggie Cassidy.
Yeah, buddy.
guys. We're Barley. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tatiana next month, June 24th. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Thank you for spending the evening with us. Hopefully you got as drunk as we did. That's impossible. We didn't even do any shots. So we'll be over by the fire doing shots later. So we love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
That's how you know he's there. Why are you breaking shit? Get it!
Shut her down.
Shut her down, he's off.
Shut her up.
Shut her up. Shut her up. Shut her up. Shut her up.